Hey, it's Bri and Happy New Year. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, go ahead and click that red button and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because I know after this story, you guys are going to want to see Bri all the time, every time I upload. So girl, y'all know I'm working on changing myself, okay? I did not want to start the new year off on no petty shit. Let me tell you why I'm doing a story time that I swore to God I would never do. I swore I would never speak on this. I would never upload this topic until I got some information about like 2 days ago. And then I said, okay, bitch, here's your tape. I think this was literally, no, this was yesterday. So I'm talking to Kennedy yesterday. December 31st. And if you don't know who Kennedy is my friend that I've been vlogging with. So go ahead and check out my vlogs and then you'll have a better idea of who I'm talking about. So I'm talking to Kennedy yesterday and she tells me something along the lines of one of her friends who I don't even know, who knows me. Oh, you know what we was talking about, y'all? Let me sip. We was talking about how her old friends are starting to hate her ever since, you know, we started to display our friendship on the internet. So me being Brianna, I was like, girl, tell me about these friends. Like, I want to kiki, I want to laugh, I want to know that I'm not going through this shit by myself. So she tells me about a girl that apparently is mutual friends with this roommate that I'm about to tell you a story time about. Now here's the gag. I have to put my cup down for this. Here's the gag. Kennedy told me that this friend, who I cannot even refer to as a mutual friend because I don't know this bitch. So apparently, y'all, Kennedy found out through this friend that is also friends with this stripper roommate from hell. We're gonna have to give her a name. I really tried to be over these story times, I swear to God. But yeah, we're gonna have to give sis a name. This friend who's friends with this roommate told Kennedy that apparently I'm a thief and that I stole this roommate's camera. This is why this bitch is getting the tape. Let me tell you if you're watching, because I know this video is gonna definitely come across your recommended. Let me tell you something. As soon as you left my house, bitch, you couldn't wait to do a story time about what happened between us. I wish I could find your channel, but you're irrelevant, so I'm pretty sure you been stopped uploading, right? If you didn't, I mean, correct me in the comments below. Let yourself be seen, since you're a liar. Let yourself be seen in the comments below, because I find it so funny that on the last day of the year 2020, when God revealed all my snakes to me, he also gives me justification to do the story that I knew would get me views, bitch. But I chose to take the hard route. I chose not to be petty until I found out you was lying on me. Now, here I am with the tea. How about that? Let me tell you guys about my stripper roommate from hell. Yeah, I'm back again with another story about another bitch that made my life a living hell. So this story time takes place about 3 or 4 years ago when I was still stripping. When I did not know myself and I was trying to chase a dollar because I was in a lack mindset. Okay, I'm gonna be very transparent about the person that I was in this story time, because you know what I rebuke? I rebuke somebody trying to come against me saying that what I'm not saying in this video is facts, because it is. I'm not gonna lie on you, bitch, and I'm not gonna lie on myself. How about that? So at this time in my life, I was definitely in a lack mindset. You know, me and my ex-boyfriend, we were not on good terms, and I was like, you know what? I kicked him out. I'm free of this burden of this broke ass fool. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go chase a bag the only way that I know how. With my looks, with my charm, with my personality, period. So I go and try to chase this bag and I sign up and I audition for a strip club that was like a few blocks down from the apartment that I was living in. At this time in my life, y'all, I was living in the San Fernando Valley. I was living in a roach-infested apartment that, let me tell you something, y'all. This apartment, I experienced some of the lowest moments of my life.
What is this, honey?
Girl, I experienced all kind of domestic abuse, domestic violence up in this bitch.
The ghetto.
The stalker came in my apartment. Remember that stalker story time?
The ghetto.
That's the apartment that I was living in. All my friends started dropping like flies. This was clearly not a good time in my life, y'all. My roommate, who I was paying rent to, I would walk out of my apartment and get called the N-word with the hard ER by people that were literally 2 shades lighter than me. Bitch, I was miserable. I was miserable. I was not in the best headspace. I'ma tell you this at the beginning of the story because I don't want to waste your time. Period. And on top of the fact, I don't want nobody to come in the comments trying to drag me for who I used to be. Bitch, I know who I used to be. That's probably how I even ended up aligning with this girl in the first place. You feel what I'm saying? Because I had already been in this club for a minute. I had made good money. Now, let me tell you something. When you a new dancer and you sign up for a club, you're going to make good money just because you're new. Just because when guys have their club, they go to that club, they bring their homeboys to that club. And when somebody is new, you have more of an opportunity to make money because we know how guys are. We don't even need to talk about how stupid they are. They're stupid. They see something new. They want to throw money at it. It's just the name of the game. Excuse me. Wow. You know, it is still January 1st, even though I'm telling you this story. I promise you I already reached my peak in that club. I promise you, girl, there was no more highs for me in this club after I linked with this bitch. First of all, I didn't even like her look. If you sensitive, go ahead and just click off right now because I'm not. Now, I was struggling. I just told y'all I couldn't even afford to keep a roof over my head, technically. I was eating oodles of noodles every single night. But let me tell you something. When I was going in the club, I was serving a fantasy. This girl wasn't even serving no fantasy. She looked of, okay, you need this money. And I didn't even want to be friends with somebody that looked like that. Like, girl, at this time, this is how you know this was a few years ago. Because y'all remember when synthetic wigs was popping on Twitter? Y'all remember when girls was paying $500 to customize synthetic units? Yes, bitch. This was like 2016, 2017, around this year of life. And so I was still in the strip club with my synthetic cuz. Okay, if I could find some pictures, I will definitely, I have no problem sharing with you my journey of how I became the star that I am today. I still was trying to serve fantasy. I still was trying to serve glamour and a look, period. I don't care how desperate I am, bitch. I'm never gonna look desperate. This girl was walking in here with her hair up in a puff. No edge control. Girl, she wouldn't even slick down the back of her head. She just put it up in a bun. Put on some heels that was not even stripper heels. They was like regular downtown alley ass heels. Heels that you could get from Rainbow. They was some regular nightclub Fashion Nova ass heels. And I was just like, I don't even want to be seen with this girl. Like, I know I'm not the best stripper, but who is this? So the workplace bullying started to happen. A whole bunch of bad nights started to happen. And you know what? My priorities started to shift from getting money to just getting turned up. Girl, I stopped going to work. Okay, because I'm gonna be honest with you. And y'all could attack me in the comments below. That's okay. I didn't see stripping as work. I didn't. I understand that you gotta hustle. I understand that stripping is hard work. I did not see it as hard work. So with that being said, I shifted my focus when the money started slowing down. And I realized that it wasn't gonna be easy. And I realized that it wasn't just gonna be, I'm pretty, I'm brown skinned. When I realized that you actually gonna have to put the work in, you're actually gonna have to learn tricks. You're actually gonna have to learn how to sell yourself. Girl, I became a quitter. I became a quitter. And I know this story time is not supposed to be about me, but it's like, damn, like, it seemed like as I tell this story, I am learning so much about myself, bitch. I started to quit. I became a quitter. My focus was not on the bag. My focus was, okay, well, if I become friends with this girl, then this girl will give me this. And then I'll be able to dance with her. And then I don't have to work that hard on myself. That's how I crossed paths with this girl because I don't know if she had chaser. I don't know. But she had something that was clearly necessary for me to where we became cool. I started developing a friendship with this girl and I find out that she lived far as hell from the strip club. She probably lived almost 2 hours away in a Lyft or a Uber from the strip club. She not even from the state of California. She 19 years old. She moved from New York to California with some white girl. The white girl ended up getting a boyfriend. I'm sorry, if y'all don't want the truth, if y'all want me to sugarcoat, I'm not finna sugarcoat. A black girl came to California with a white girl. The white girl got a boyfriend. The white girl said, look, I'm hooking up with this boy. I don't need to pay rent. You need to figure it out. She really had to work for her shit. That's how we ended up aligning. We was in the same place. We was in the same energy. I really need y'all to get that. This was a club that you went to. If you was in it was a reject club. That's what they call it. If you a stripper and you're problematic, you start fights with other girls, you're full of drama, you gotta go to a reject club. You gotta go to a club where there's new girls, there's plus size girls. You gotta go to a club where the undesirables are at. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that that was an undesirable club. I didn't know that that was a club that offered not only dances. For all the girls that want to DM me about being a stripper, for all the girls that want to DM me about being a sugar baby, I hope you guys are tuning into this story and getting that full dose of reality, baby, because I'm here to tell you, looks can only carry you so far. And I got the looks. Can't nobody tell me that I don't. Not only do I have the looks, I have the personality. It wasn't even just through this girl. Because I found out through see me, I would ask for a ride up the street. You get to the main light, make a left, boom, I live right there. This girl was asking for rides that was far as hell. So they would be like, you know what, girl, I don't live that far away, but I could drive you over here. You could get an Uber and you could go home from there, kind of thing. Everybody started to feel bad for this girl. I'm sorry, this is the truth. I don't know if this bitch is watching this video, but like, how dare you go around and say that I stole the camera from you? I haven't even gotten to the point of how we started our YouTube channel and you sabotaged the channel because you was jealous because you knew I was this. I haven't even gotten to the meat and bones of this conversation. But how fucking dare you, bitch, say that I'm a thief? Let me tell you, Brianna Lay is a lot of things. I'm petty, I'm ruthless, I'm heartless, I'm a lot of things. A thief? How could I sit up here and say that I'm famous and I'm a celebrity and I'm a star and I'm also a thief? That shit don't even add up. And y'all really need to come harder. Y'all really need to be smarter in how you attack my character. It needs to make sense, okay? She wasn't making no money. She was stripping to eat and to Uber to the strip club and back home. So you know what I did? I extended an olive branch because I feel bad for her. Because I know what it feel like to struggle. And you want me to be brutally honest? I was struggling myself. If I took this girl in and we went to work together, that would cut my rent in half. I was paying $750. What you want me to do? Pull out my calculator? I'll do that. $750 divided by 2. $375 each person. So not only did I show compassion and empathy onto this girl, I was being financially responsible. I said, look, I cannot afford this $750 by myself. If I could work with somebody and they make fast money just how I make fast money, that will get me out of here faster. See, let me tell you something about me. I have always been looking for somebody that was on my level, that wanted to grind, that wanted to work, that wanted to pick themselves up from the bootstraps and change their life. I thought that was this girl, but she wasn't this girl. She's weak. She's weak. That's why she lied on me. But let me tell you something, the truth. The truth will always come to light. Let me stay on track. Let me stay on the story. I take this girl in, we start living together, and we were strippers. Honestly, I thought it was a win-win situation. And honestly, it started off as a win-win situation. We both had the same kind of job. We both had the same kind of goals. And we both saw the world the same way. We were both struggling to manifest this world, this universe that we knew that we deserved, that we knew that God had promised us. We bonded over religion. We bonded over lifestyle. We bonded over multiple things that, to be honest with you, was just an illusion. So when me and this girl move in together and we have all these similarities, we come to the conclusion, you know what? Why are we stripping at this club? Why are we even showing up? Like, we keep going to this club. They keep trapping us in there. Girl, we would go to work. It would be no money in there. They will force us to stay just so there could be dancers. Because they didn't want money to show up and no one was there. Hand to God, it was one of the worst work experiences of my life. And if you guys have been following me for a few years, you know that I hate working. So imagine signing up to be a stripper, which technically makes you an independent contractor, and you don't have the freedom to leave. You gotta sit in a dead ass club for 6 hours to only make possibly $150. That's ridiculous. Y'all can cuss me out in the comments below. It is not worth sitting in a club for 8 hours to only make $150. That's not worth it to me. So me and the homegirl was like, you know what? We believe in God. We're better than this. We were just not gonna go to the club anymore. So we were on schedule, literally. That's the kind of club I was working at, bitch. I had signed up to show up for days, but I was like, you know what? I understand what it really means to be a stripper. This club is really taking advantage of girls that don't know better. You know what I'm saying? So I started auditioning at other clubs. Tell me why the club that I ended up meeting this girl at, we got banned from that club. So that club wasn't making us no money. We decided to spread our wings like we are entitled to as independent contractors, and we ended up getting banned from that club. And I'm gonna tell you why. We got banned from that club because
my roommate from hell,
she liked to talk too much. Let me tell you something about me. When I stop being cool with somebody, I stop being cool with them. There's no more tea. There's no more information that you're going to get. When we're done, our relationship is severed. I don't text you. I don't use your number. There's no reason for me to do that because I'm in another dimension now. My roommate, however, she did not have that same mindset. She was 19. My roommate was still in conversation with these girls from the old club. I don't know if she felt like she owed them loyalty or what, but we started taking trips. We started becoming traveling dancers. Now listen to this. I don't even know why I decided to be a traveling dancer, because I couldn't even really do no tricks. The only thing, I was not a good stripper. I was not a good stripper. I don't know why y'all think that because I knew how to make money that I was like really up there really doing it. No, I finesse. I don't know how many times I need to tell y'all I'm a finesser. I get lucky. It's the blood of Jesus Christ. So yeah, not even trying to be shady, not even trying to be a bully, but it's like, I don't know if your parents ever told you this, but when I was growing up, my family told me, never take your friends on a job interview because your friend might end up getting that job, or you might not end up getting a job just because you brought that friend. So it was a lot of strip club auditions that I would go to, and I wouldn't get the opportunity because I brought this girl and she did not look the part. I already told you how she used to hit the stage. I was the girl that put her on to the fantasy, to the lifestyle. I was a girl that told her, okay, it's more than just shaking your butt. You gotta look a certain way. This is a major key that I will never forget. This girl stunk so bad. She was so musty, y'all. She was so musty. And I took this bitch in my house. I don't even like the smell of must. That is one of the most repulsive smells in the world to me. And I'm not being dramatic. I have pet peeves. People who are musty and people who have so much spit in their mouth that every time they move their tongue, you could hear all the spit in their mouth. It doesn't make sense, but those are just some of the things that irritate me. She used to lay in the bed and eat out of the bed, and I eat in my bed. Y'all see me film mukbangs, but y'all ain't never seen me pour a bag of Skittles into my covers and eat the Skittles out of my covers. This the kind of girl that I brought into my home. It was like she was a wild animal. Do you understand why I'm so over people? Do you see why I don't even want to do story times no more? I don't even agree or understand the person that I used to be. So let's just get to the nitty gritty. Let me really explain to you why this girl was a roommate from hell. It got to the point where we both decided the stripping was not working for us, and being a sugar baby honestly truly was not aligning with my spirit. I started to feel from hanging out with this girl that I was destined for something better, and I started to feel like I was destined for something better because I started to see how all these doors kept closing, not only on me but on her as well. And I started to recognize my thirst for this new dimension. When I started to live with this girl, I started to develop a passion to change my life. After we decided that we were going to be traveling strippers and we realized that we were only struggling strippers, I came back, me, Brianna. I came back and I said, life has to offer more than this. I had a TV stand, you guys. On my TV stand, I had a camera that I bought from my friend in high school in 2012. That was collecting dust. I thought that I wanted to be a fashion blogger. So I bought this camera from my friend with the intentions of being a blogger and sharing my lifestyle basically what I do on this channel today. When we come back from Reno and I'm more in debt than when I left to go to Reno, I decided something's gotta give. And I'm talking to this girl and God directs me to the camera that's collecting dust under my TV stand. And I decided we was gonna create 2 separate channels. The original idea was never that we would share a channel. I was going to use my technology with her to build our own platforms. This girl convinced me, in the name of Jesus, to join forces with her. Let me tell you something. People want to make fun of me and say, oh, you only get 1,000 views per video. Girl, I've had to rebuild before. I had a channel with this girl. See, my channel by myself was still doing better than her channel by herself. So we joined forces because she convinced me that it would be faster if we joined forces. I was the star of the show. I was the one with the clout because I knew all these people in LA, and because all these people in LA knew me, and now I was working with this girl that they never heard of. I mean, really, put your thinking caps on, you guys. Why do you think the channel was so successful? It wasn't because of her. We started doing pranks on each other. The pranks, they didn't sit right with my spirit or her spirit. It was just too fake. We worked 2 different schedules. By this point, I had already went and got a real job. Like, not even trying to be funny, but it's like, bitch, I work a 9 to 5, and then when I come home, you going to the strip club, we don't even have time to film. So it got to the point where she wasn't even really going to the strip club because she felt like, okay, well, if I go to the strip club, we're not going to be able to film. It made sense, y'all. It actually made sense why she sacrificed making money, because if she went to work, then we wouldn't have been able to do YouTube, and YouTube was supposed to secure us the bigger bag, right? In reality, even though all of this stuff sounded good, it sounded sweet, it sounded nice on paper, I'm the one that sacrificed. I'm the one that lost sleep. All that girl had to do was sit next to me. We used my old ass camera. We used my old ass laptop. We used what we had, and what we had was mine. Really need to make that clear. What we're not gonna do in 2021 is lie on Brianna Lay. We made the best of what we had, but what we had was mine. All that girl had to do was sit next to me and react to videos. I edited those videos. I'm the one that had to work at 8 o'clock in the morning and stayed up until 5 o'clock in the morning, knowing that I had to ride the metro, the public transportation, for 2 hours to get to my job. I would edit those videos until my eyes would turn dry, until I didn't even know what sleep was. I sacrificed. That's why we went viral when we reacted to Beyonce at Coachella. It was my idea. Me and this girl reacted to Beyonce at Coachella, and we went viral. Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child retweeted us. Me and this girl went viral multiple times, and all she had to do was sit next to me. It got to a point where I said, bills need to be paid. My Capricorn ass got tired of carrying the pack. You're gonna have to come up with your portion of the rent because I already came up with my portion of the rent. Me and this girl, we created strides on YouTube. We did well together on YouTube. Who worked harder though? Even though me and this girl made leaps and bounds together, somebody was putting more effort. And so I said to this girl, you know what? I already came up with my portion of the rent. You're gonna have to come up with yours. It got to the point where I was like, I can't go to work, edit these videos, be in these videos, get ready for these. I can't do everything. So I told her, get a job, get a sugar daddy, do something. This is when everything started to fall apart. It started to fall apart because I asked her to carry her weight. It started to fall apart because I was quite literally doing everything. She got hired at a whole new strip club and she was coming home every night with $75. I know it's because she was smelly. She didn't smell good, but I didn't have the heart to tell her, it's your fault. You're not making no money. You're not trying enough. You know what I did, you guys? When I saw she was struggling, I would tell her, you know what? I do it myself. Because that's the kind of person that I am. When I see that somebody is not going to live up to my expectations, I will tell them, you know what? I relieve you of your duty. I do it myself. And I always got it done. But this is why we fell out. This is why she the roommate from hell. She the roommate from hell because When she couldn't carry her weight, she chose to rise up against me. My computer broke down. My old MacBook, I had that computer for years, y'all. I was homeless with that computer. All of a sudden, this bitch come around, my computer break down. I don't have nobody that I can ask to buy me a new MacBook. That girl asked her mama for a new MacBook and got a new MacBook in 2 weeks. Do you think that I could use it? Do you think that I had the same privileges that she had on my computer when she got her new one? Baby, the Lord started to reveal this girl onto me. Around the same time, you guys, since she got the new computer, I met my dad and I said, you know what? Since your mom got you this new computer, I'm gonna ask my dad for a new camera. I was still dedicated. I was still committed. Even though she didn't bring nothing to the table, she was a bum. That's why when I sit here and I try to piece together the story, because this is what Kennedy told me. Kennedy told me that this friend that knows my roommate from hell, she told Kennedy the story like she knew me. The first camera that I used with this girl, it was mine. The second camera that I used with this girl, my dad bought me, so it was mine. How am I a thief? Y'all crazy, man. Y'all really crazy. It was a bad time for both of us. We both struggled. But why, bitch, are you running around and telling people that I stole from you? What's wrong with you? Why did you think that that was never going to get back to me? When I'm Brianna, I tried everything. I carried her on my back. And when I asked her simply to pay her portion of the rent, she said that that was too much and that she was going to go home to her mother. And her mother supported it. I had to cuss this girl mama out. Literally, I cussed her mama out on the phone because I'm taking care of your daughter. And look, instead of giving your daughter $375 fucking dollars, you're gonna buy your daughter a plane ticket to come back home so she just gets to live here for free? They really, yeah, she did. She lived there for free. One of the last things that girl said to me is that she knew that I would never talk to her again. So why did you do that in the first place? I don't understand people. I'm still not done. That's crazy. I'm still not done. In the days where her mother decided that she was not going to give her the money to pay my rent, that she was going to instead fly her back to New York City, this girl didn't want to film no videos. This girl really started to sabotage the channel that honestly I built. My dad bought me the camera. It was my laptop that we were using in the first place. It was my camera that both of us were using. Remember when I said the original idea was for us to have separate channels? You was filming on my old camera and on my new camera. And now all of a sudden, you don't want to film no more? I will never, ever, ever forget. Before she left, I got a hair up my ass and I decided, you know what? I come up with the video ideas. I do the editing. My daddy bought me the camera. I'm the one that already came up with my portion of the rent. For 2 months, I came up with her half of the rent. This is why I consider this bitch to be the roommate from hell. I felt like all those followers that we earned on our mutual YouTube channel that I didn't even want to do. I wanted to do my own channel. And then I linked up with you and it was my glory and it was me. It was Brianna that warranted all of those views and all of those followers. So I told that bitch, give me the password. She literally created the Google accounts for us to have that channel, y'all. And I was mad about that. I'm like, fuck. I was at work. I'm the one that told her to set up the channel that we would do together. I saved the password. She changed the password. So it was one of those situations where, you know, you just put your thumb, you just let it scan your face. You don't even know the password. You know what she did? She deleted the whole channel. That's why that bitch the roommate from hell. At the end of this story time, I'm gonna tell you something about me. If you made it all the way to the end, congratulations. You're gonna learn something about Brianna. I have been picking up the pieces and rebuilding my life. I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. I went viral before and lost it. I went viral again and lost it. This time, when I rebuild it, when I get it back, it's going nowhere. When I build my empire back, it won't be stolen. This time, what I build, no one will be able to steal it from me. This is not the first time that I've had to start over. This is not the first time that I've tasted glory and had it snatched from me. Do you understand that? This is not the first time that I've tasted my dream and had it snatched away. Everyone that rise against me, it seemed like they want to lie on me. Why? You knew who I was. I showed you who I was, bitch. I let you into my home. I showed you my work ethic. You gonna call me a thief? At the end of this video, I want you guys to be more than entertained. I want you guys to take a lesson from this. And the lesson that I want you to take from this is that a partner is a dead weight. And that is a quote from Howard Hughes. Stay true to who you are to get to where you need to go. I have never been a thief. I have never stole from no bitch. So when you want to sit up and talk about me, bitch, make sure that you include self-made. Put some respect on my fucking name when you lying on me, bitch. With that being said, if you guys like this video, go ahead and turn that thumbs up. Blue, support your girl. Get those fingers moving in the comments below and let me know how you feel about this story. Especially if you watched it all the way to the end. If you did it, I don't really care. Am I even gonna read the comments on this? I don't know. But I love you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.